Welcome to the Sports Report Saturday. I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. Of course, we're here today from the Butler Report. We'll also hear some of this week's news that has taken off throughout the course of the world of NCAA sports and a whole lot more. Sit tight where you got it, and we'll be right back. You're looking to expand your business or services? Let the Open Mic Broadcast Network help lead the way. With our customized campaigns, we are definitely able to reach your target audience. For more information, dial 832-213-8824. The Open Mic Broadcast Network, serving the community through faith and athletics. The voice of student athletics.
Broadcasters come into our lives on radio and TV, bringing us information and entertainment. Broadcasters are there for us, but who is there for them when they fall on hard times? The Broadcasters Foundation of America provides financial assistance to broadcasters in acute need due to a critical illness, accident, or other serious misfortune. If you know of a broadcaster on the air or behind the scenes who may need our help, please share our message. Visit broadcastersfoundation.org.
The Open Mic Broadcast Network would like to take this time to recognize its sponsors and underwriters: Attorney Lee Van Richardson, Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union, Prairie View Athletic Club, Temple of Refuge Ministries, Reflections Paint and Body Shop, Helping Hands Lawn Service, Diva Skin Conditioner, Purple Drip Daiquiri and Grill. For more information on how you can become an underwriter or a sponsor here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network, our number to call is 832-213-8824. Serving the community through faith and athletics. The Open Mic Broadcast Network, Prairie View, Texas.
As a dad, you'll probably spend years teaching your son how to hit a baseball, how to throw a tight spiral and hit a receiver, how to spring off a diving board and hit the water, how to hit a one-wood and a 9-iron, how to hit the bullseye, how to hit the strike zone, hit a jump shot, hit the open man, hit the hockey net, and maybe the most challenging of all, how to hit the books. But the question is this: how much time will you spend teaching him what not to hit? Teach your son early and often that all violence against women is wrong. For tips on what to say, visit endabuse.org. Brought to you by the Family Violence Prevention Fund, the Waite Institute for Violence Prevention, the Ad Council, and this station.
And welcome back to the Sports Report Saturday. Lot going on in the world of college athletics. Congratulations to the Mississippi State Bulldogs winning their first ever baseball championship, victorious over Vanderbilt with a shutout. 9-0 was the final score, and Mississippi State now recognized as a champion. But in the midst of the splendor that was being displayed on the field by the Bulldogs, it was somewhat overshadowed with some ugly racial overtones from some of the Mississippi State Bulldog fans. And it's unfortunate that such a glorious time is going to be tainted with the racial slurs that were being administered toward the Vanderbilt players and fans. Of course, Vanderbilt having some African-American representation on their baseball program were the victims of racial attacks throughout the course of the World Series. We know it's going to exist, and be quite honest with you, it's not going anywhere, but you would think that people who are associated with higher learning would be able to respond just a little bit different, but it is what it is. We'll take a break, and when we return, we'll hear the Butler Report. You're listening to Sports Report Saturday right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. The Open Mic Broadcast Network is an independent network that is dedicated to local community programming featuring sports, the gospel, community news, and much, much more. It is our endeavor to keep the community informed, enlightened, encouraged, and entertained. Our continued existence is solely predicated on those who donate toward our cause. The opportunity to give is a very simple process. You can visit our Open Mic Broadcast Network site at obnradio.com, click on the PayPal button, and become a supporter today. For those of you who would prefer to send in a donation, make all checks payable to Open Mic Broadcast Network, OPEN, capital MIC, Broadcast Network, P.O. Box 891, Prairie View, Texas, 77446. Thank you for your support. Thank you for spreading the word of the Open Mic Broadcast Network, serving the community through faith and athletics, the voice of student athletics since 2002. For information, news, and inspiration, dial 720-721-1558. The Open Mic Broadcast Network Message Center, available 24 hours a day, 720-721-1558. Serving the community through faith and athletics. The Open Mic Broadcast Network, Prairie View, Texas.
This is Rob Butler with a little FCS football news, talking realignment today. I'm going to start off with a question. Could the WAC, which officially adds new members in July, potentially contract in the future? Now, publicly and privately, there have been discussions about a potential 12-team future for the WAC, and geographic outlier Seattle University is the most likely candidate for potential contractions. A Power 5 breakaway from the NCAA doesn't appear imminent. However, there could be smaller scale developments in conference realignment in the next few years, and some of the general principles behind the proposed Super League, such as optimized scheduling or maximizing the value of media rights deals and league distribution, that could be instructive as we think about the potential conference realignment in the future of college athletics. Now here's what you need to know. The WAC announced in January that the Texas Four, that's Abilene Christian, Lamar, Sam, Stephen F. Austin, and Southern Utah University, accepted membership invitations to join the conference effective July 1st, 2021, which will put the conference at 13 members. Now, while the conference's initial press release noted, quote, "it is anticipated that at least one more football-playing member will be added," close quote, some athletic directors in the WAC believe there's a consensus of opinion that a 13-member conference isn't sustainable from a scheduling perspective. Plus, there's a desire among some administrators in the WAC for the conference to consider contracting to 12 members in the future rather than to expand to 14 members. Now, in an email obtained by Out of Bounds at the newsletter, one WAC AD, citing a conversation with WAC Commissioner Jeff Hurd, referenced administrators in the conference who have, quote, "the desire to eliminate a geographic outlier," close quote, in regards to Seattle University. A separate email from the AD referenced the expectation that there will be, quote, "clamoring from the ADs to go to a 12-team model when we can," close quote. A second AD whose university will be in the conference wrote in an email that he believes there's a consensus of opinion that, quote, 13 doesn't work with the vision, close quote.
The voice of student athletics, the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
Now, in negotiating the WAC's next media rights deal, its stakeholders will have to weigh the financial offering of Flow Sports versus the branding and distribution benefits of ESPN, or a deal with another media company. The conference could even pursue media rights deals with multiple companies. Now, in January, the WAC announced that it will reinstate football at the FCS level, and in February, the ASUN Conference and the WAC announced a football scheduling alliance for 2021 called the WAC ASUN Challenge, which will allow a combined 7 institutions from the two conferences to compete for automatic qualification in the next season's FCS playoffs. New Mexico State currently competes as an FBS independent, and the WAC's recent invitations of membership stated that during the first year of membership in the conference, quote, "football playing institutions will commit to an analysis of all implications of a move to FBS," close quote. Now, Seattle's status in the next generation of the WAC has few points of comparison in major college athletics. I do think about West Virginia in the Big 12, but for 2022-2023, the divisional alignment will look like this. Out west, we got California Baptist, Dixie State, Grand Canyon, New Mexico State, Seattle University way up in the Pacific Northwest, Southern Utah, Utah Valley. Now in the Southwest Division, that's all Texas schools. We got Abilene Christian, Lamar, Sam Houston, Stephen F. Austin, Tarleton, UT Rio Grande Valley. Now what's the latest on WAC expansion? Well, back in January, once the last wave of WAC expansion became official, the league announced they would continue to look for a 14th member. Ideally, that 14th member would sponsor FCS football, share some institutional commonalities with the rest of the league, and would align geographically with the Texas schools. That doesn't leave a huge list of potential candidates. Multiple industry sources are saying that one of those candidates is Incarnate Word. Incarnate Word is being formally vetted by the league, a process that would include campus visits. Now here's another question. What about UT Rio Grande Valley starting a program? Well, communication immediately surrounding the official WAC press conferences suggested that UT Rio Grande Valley was going to start an FCS program, but school officials stressed that nothing was imminent. FCS football could very well start at the school, and there are still plenty of people in the community and around campus that would like the school to do it, but these things take time, especially in a post-COVID world. Could it happen? Sure, but I don't have reason to believe that the WAC is banking on it to happen in the short term. Now, are there other potential WAC candidates? The program most commonly mentioned as a potential WAC candidate is West Texas A&M. That's the D2 program that currently competes in the Lone Star Conference. Other Lone Star programs like Angelo State and A&M Commerce have also been mentioned as potential candidates to move up to Division I. Now, I've heard that senior leaders at West Texas A&M are torn as a move to D1 could trigger a series of events that could split up the Lone Star Conference and damage the viability of Division II football at other schools. That's something they don't want to do. Now, keep an eye on Northern Arizona. They're also currently being vetted by the WAC. The likely scenario is that Seattle is eliminated from the conference entirely and maybe replaced by Northern Arizona. From what I'm told, it's either Northern Arizona or Incarnate Word, but not both, so stay tuned.
Serving the community through faith and athletics, the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
Now, what's the latest on the Southland? Well, Southland is on the march to find more football schools after the Texas Four departed for the WAC and Central Arkansas left for the Atlantic Sun. A few months ago, the Southland's expansion efforts were focused on Texas and Louisiana institutions in the SWAC, like Texas Southern, Prairie View A&M, and Grambling. Now, while the SWAC schools may do their due diligence on Southland membership, it would be very surprising if any of those institutions accepted membership. There's operational concerns, as well as potentially significant blowback from donors and alumni. Now, as political awareness and brand and broadcaster interest of HBCUs has only grown over the last year, any SWAC school would likely need a significantly better opportunity to be pried away. I also continue to hear that the Southland is not seriously considering any Division II programs, including any in the Lone Star Conference at the moment, focusing their search on schools currently at the D1 level. McNeese is likely to have a lot of influence in deciding what the Southland does next. If they decide to leave, let's say for the Atlantic Sun, Ohio Valley, FBS, or somewhere else, it's hard to see the conference surviving. And if the league does rebrand, move offices, expand, or survive, it's a safe bet that McNeese's fingerprints will be all over the conference's plans. Now, by the way, the Southland is also considering bringing Football Media Day back to Lake Charles. Sources have confirmed that the league is talking with the Golden Nugget Casino in hopes to host the event as early as this summer. Southland Conference Media Day used to take place in Lake Charles before the league moved it to Houston.
The station designed with you in mind, serving the community through faith and athletics, the Open Mic Broadcast Network, Prairie View, Texas.
Finally, I want to talk about the proposal to expand the college football playoff to 12 teams and how it might affect the WAC and any other FCS conference looking to jump to FBS. As it stands, the expanded playoff only guarantees bids to highly ranked conference champions. Any independent, including Notre Dame, would need to earn an at-large bid, and they wouldn't be eligible for a first-round bye. The more interesting question to me is how much money those independent programs can expect to get from the college football playoff, and if that share changes if any other FCS programs or FCS leagues decide to join FBS in the next decade. This is the single biggest factor that will determine if the WAC, the Atlantic Sun, or any other FCS league eventually ends up in FBS. Now, if there's a mechanism for a new Group of 5 league to earn legitimate shares from the college football playoff, individual schools will push harder to reclassify. If there's a waiting period until the end of this TV contract, or if the revenue split is comparable to FCS, then many will decide it isn't worth making a move to FCS. That's Rob Butler, Open Mic Broadcast Network.
Have sports, real travel. The Open Mic Broadcast Network serving student athletes from Little League, high school, and collegiate coverage right here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. From coast to coast, from dusk till dawn. You can catch all student athletic action right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the station designed with you in mind. Serving the community through faith and athletics, the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the voice of student athletics. Reach more potential customers through our sports radio package by dialing 832-213-8824.
The birth of legends are storied in this conference. We must never forget our rich history. We now turn our gaze to the future. The new legends will emerge. New heroes to arise. The Southwestern Athletic Conference. Be our history.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth! I have a greater responsibility than you can possibly fathom. You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall.
Listen to the Mike Prince Show, weekdays on the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
And welcome back to the Sports Report Saturday. Be featured here every Saturday, of course, right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. As we move toward the fall, reminding you that July 20th will be SWAC Media Day football coverage right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Scheduled time for that broadcast to start will be at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And that following week on July 27th, we'll be right back here at the Open Mic with volleyball's version of SWAC Media Day. Exclusively here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network, we'll be interviewing coaches, getting some insights on their teams and the vision and plans that they have for fall competition. Want to extend a congratulations to Travion Scott, who was recently appointed as the new athletic director for the Grambling State Tigers. The announcement made this week. Travion Scott is considered a rock star in the world of administrations, and we're wishing him nothing but success on his journey. A very unique journey that he is inheriting. He will be the 12th athletic director since 2005 at Grambling State University. That's an average lifespan of 1.5 years for prior athletic directors. As we mentioned, we're hoping that he will be able to right the ship and do some great things at Grambling State. Don't forget you can join us Sunday nights live for the Mike Prince Show, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Our scheduled guests for this weekend on the Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union Hotline, head basketball coach for men's division of the Alcorn State Braves, Landon Bussey. And we'll hear from now retired athletic director of the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats, Lynn Thompson. All right here beginning Sunday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. I am going to exit stage left for right now. We do thank you guys for joining in with us. Don't forget you can keep up with us daily here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network with the Mike Prince Show, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. The Sports Report Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And the Mike Prince Show live, 6 p.m. Sunday nights. Until the next time, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.
Reach more potential customers through our sports radio package by dialing 832-213-8824.